This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Today, it's the second of 3 games here on Wildcard Sunday, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wildcard Weekend here on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And when you think about his performance this year, you have to have nothing but admiration the way that he passed his team into the playoffs. They threw it around so well in the regular season, but in this game, the elements may affect them. I think they'll continue to fling it around until the weather slows them down, and if it doesn't, they'll continue to show the style that they've shown throughout the season.
Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Love looking to throw it. Open man, it's Palmer. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now a 3rd and 6. Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing. Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
At the 38-yard line.
Check pitch.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Here's 3rd and 6. Love from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another 1st down.
Quick, yellow.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Down to about the 45.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Here's Love. That's taken in by Palmer. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
A 2-yard gain.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. We'll call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Rams.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second down and 6 now. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. To throw now, here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Set, ready.
The tight end in motion right. Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Ready, ready.
Love now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. A good pickup there of 22.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Check White.
Now 2nd and 9.
Check Pink.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell.
And It appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
There's a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Dobbs goes in motion.
Play action this time with Love.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
The Rams on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Corum. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Red flag.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Quick, yellow.
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Check white.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Down. Ready?
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards on the pickup.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Quick, yellow.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Set. 45. White. Set.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Come on, set.
First down.
Yellow.
First
22.
and goal at the 3-yard line.
Set.
Back to throw. Love. Now a run here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
The
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he fires one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Love looking to throw it. That's complete to Wicks. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete to Palmer. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going back to Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Throwing. Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Here's Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Packers, 1st down.
Let's go
1st
now.
down and goal to go.
Set, hut. Set.
To the air again, Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point safely through. And the lead is now 17-3.
Rams 3.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The final shot before the break. Stafford.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Wildcard weekend rolling on, 3 games down, 2 more follow this one. Let's go to the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on Miami. And this is the Dolphins running back. He's going to get loose, get into the secondary, and get into the painted grass. 38 yards on the touchdown. The Dolphins get it done in dominant fashion. They cruise into the divisional round next weekend. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set, ready, set.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try the left side. Lloyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Come on.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Down. Low check.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lloyd. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's go now. Set.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down. Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Yellow, line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready, ready. Yeah, punch.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lloyd. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? To throw now. Here's Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. A give. This is Wilson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the 1st down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Gets around him. The LA offense ready for this next possession. Looking to put a drive together. Stafford now to throw. Slant to Adams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Here's Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brings up 3rd
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford.
Screen play set up for Williams.
It's in the game.
We welcome back all of our viewers to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the Rams in control of the football as we take you back to the action in the 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Short throw, it's Higbee. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Stafford now to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
It's a pickup of 3.
And it'll be second
Brings
down.
up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Blue check.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Rams' 32-yard line.
Blue check.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
3rd and 4.
Check pink.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lloyd, 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Check pink.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
2 yards on the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the 1st half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right? Because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal. Too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence that they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
41 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And his kick here is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like... been watching here, and when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The football going back to the Rams now. And they are most likely... it a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. That'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
Hawk 70.
Stafford. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Give him 5 yards there, and it will bring up 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up third
That
down.
sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 4-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Let's go.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Love. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Stafford. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to throw. Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
147 yards rushing for the ball game on 24 carries.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
It's in the game.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That is incomplete.
As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
Jackson going to keep it.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Liking 18.
First down, here's Mitchell. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
19 Tigers, 60 Bison.
On first down, it's a run with Ali.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. They'll try it with Ali.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. So much for being intimidated on the road in the playoffs, right? That was a pretty clinical drive right there.
Yeah, they seem to come out with the attitude of, we don't deal with pressure. We create it on the other team. Just took it right down the field and stuffed it in the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. 1 yard and now no yards have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Here we go, here we go. Nice.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
Jackson now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. play action. Here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back to Mixon on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Dell.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
38 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. In motion right, that's Dell. Stroud to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
A 46-yard attempt.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go play action with Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That's out quickly to Bateman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down at the 40.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down and 6 now.
19, Charger, 19.
Play action. It's Jackson. Now a run here off the arc. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then now you can see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
2nd down and a yard.
Get up. Ready, go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Ready.
Again, it's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Hey, hey.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Jackson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Andrews. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Let's go. 19.
Now it's Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Viking 18.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Delson in motion. Stroud looking to throw.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That's a gain of 7.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Here's Stroud.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage without loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out comes Houston. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, it's Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Ready? Panthers 60. Panthers, set up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. That is caught. Breaks through the contact. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Gravity line. Ready.
Stroud. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Mitchell Evans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And this taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll pitch it out to Mitchell.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline.
And he will bring pass back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
The try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a three-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Ravens 24.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Texans first down.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Open man is Kirk, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
15 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's got some space here.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 76 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
McCrane on for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now.
Ravens 24.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run.
Matthew McCrane.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing it at traffic there, and that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
Jackson will keep it. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard.
Ready. Ready. 70, Timberwolves. Let's go.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Jackson.
Bateman's got it on the crossing route here.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close. So maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Delson in motion. Stroud to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mixing up the middle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go. Start. Charger, 19 Charger.
Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready up. Ready. Viking, 18.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Jackson will throw again. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So halftime now here on Sunday night prime time. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime report.
Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on Miami. And this is the Dolphins running back. He's going to get loose, get into the secondary, and get into the painted grass. 38 yards on the touchdown. The Dolphins get it done in dominant fashion. They cruise into the divisional round next weekend. And time enough for a look at how things stand on Wildcard weekend in the AFC. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And able to get this out to the 25. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
It's now 2nd and 10.
But Charles, you think about their
45-yard
impressive
line.
record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well, we'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
And Stroud now to throw. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Stroud will look to throw once more. This one taken in by Stover.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
115 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mixon.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Aleem McNeil on the tackle.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
19
Once again, they run with Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd and goal, Stroud.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Following the touchdown, McCray set to kick it away.
Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Straight ahead they go with Ali.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tap the 60, tap the 60.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here we go, set. 60
Play action. It's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Raven first down. 15 yards there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Liking 18.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ready.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.